welcome everybody this afternoon to this afternoon's webinar hosted by Engineers Ireland on CPD 101 for graduate engineers. So CPD, Continuous Professional Development, is very important for, I guess, in every walk of life, but very much in particular for engineers and those who are maybe recent graduates who have just maybe finished their exams and maybe starting now in the path of their career as a graduate engineer. The importance is now to start working towards continually developing yourself now that you're outside of a structured educational program. How now do you find opportunities to continue to develop yourself? And that's where CPD comes in. So this afternoon, in this short presentation, we'll try and give you as much information about that and the different opportunities that you can develop yourself. But it's also important for anybody who's either a student or working as an engineer in whatever stage they are in their career. This could be very important and informative, hopefully, for you also. So just a brief overview. So if you're not already a member of Engineers Ireland or you don't know about us, just to run briefly about us. So we're the professional body for engineering here in Ireland, established since 1835. We're multidisciplinary, so we cover all areas and disciplines of engineering, and we're the sole body for one professional title, in particular the title of Chartered Engineer. So and something maybe again, that's CPD, and building your continuous professional development will help you towards achieving that professional title. So yeah, in terms of the benefits of membership, you have the opportunity obviously to develop and upskill in many areas, again, through networking and the events that are organized, access to exclusive reports, obviously participating and attending some of the discounted courses. Again, these all fall within the category of CPD. And again, my colleague Alex will go into a bit more detail on some of those opportunities, but there are some of the great membership benefits for yourself. And again, the international recognition from being a member of Engineers Ireland. So if you're not already a member, how you can become one. So obviously you can apply online through our website, engineersireland.ie, simple online application process. The fee is, if you are a student, it's free membership for duration of your studies. For full membership is €280. But if you're currently unemployed or looking for work, we also have a special rate of €65, and those also who are doing a PhD postgraduate study. Also, you'll need verification of your engineering qualification. And again, on our website, there's many ways that you can do that by another member, a solicitor, Gardaí, through Digitry, or your university can also verify that you've either got your engineering qualification and your different results and transcripts. That'll go to a membership and qualification board who review that all and then obviously be able to become a member of Engineers Ireland. But obviously, key thing is those of you who are already members of Engineers Ireland, and again, if you are graduating this summer, I encourage you now to go on to our and avail of our free discounted graduate membership rate. So quick, easy process. So go into your membership profile, click on Become a Full Member, and complete the short application. Similarly, again, we need to verify your qualifications. So now that you've graduated, you want to see where you are in your qualification, and then to put you on the appropriate grade of membership. And then from there on, then you can apply the MIEI post-nominal and enjoy free membership for the remainder of this year, 2023. And also you get free membership for 2024 also. So that's a great benefit. Some of the other benefits of graduate membership, like I said, you'll be able to obviously show that you're now a full member of Engineers Ireland and have the post-nominal MIEI. Continue to avail of all the great benefits and resources there and attend a lot of our events that are discounted for members. And once again, we offer this discounted rate for membership again over the next 3 to 4 years post-graduation, as you can see illustrated there for yourself. So that's just a quick overview of Engineers Ireland, and again, our discounted graduate membership rate for any of you that have just recently graduated or will be maybe in the near future. If any questions at all, do feel free to again touch me. But again, welcome any questions that you do have at any stage of this webinar. But yeah, without any further ado, I'm pleasure to introduce my lovely colleague Alex, who will now be able to give you a great overview of what CPD is, and in terms of going through that process on the website and how you can access that and log your CPD, and in particular talk about some of our CPD certificate courses, which may be of particular interest for graduate engineers. So thank you very much, Alex, for taking the time, and I look forward to hearing more about CPD from yourself.
Thanks a lot, Pierre. That was a great intro, and welcome everyone. It's really good to see so many people joining us here. I'm not going to share any screen just yet, and I just want to reiterate what Pierre just said, that if you have any questions at any point, just jot them down in the chat function, or if you really have a burning question, do just pipe up and chat. If we can make this discursive, that's great. But okay, the big question, what is CPD? It stands for Continuous Professional Development, as Pierre said. But what that really means, it's another workplace abbreviation. In this case, it's such a broad subject area that it's, it really encompasses so much. But essentially, if you ask yourself, does the learning activity contribute to your professional development? Then it is counted as CPD. That's basically what it means. Any workplace activity, and in some cases, even activities that take place outside of the workplace, do they contribute to your professional development? And if the answer to that question is yes, then you are doing CPD and you'll be able to log it through the Engineers Ireland website. So yeah, there's a wide variety of learning activities, many of which you'll be happy to know are free. This can include anything such as professional body activities, self-directed learning, publishing in a journal, for example, or even structured reading, mentoring and coaching. If you're being trained as a new start at a company, or if you're doing some training for a new member of staff, that's indeed CPD. Or we count that as CPD. Courses and seminars and conferences. If you need to attend a day-long seminar on wind energy or carbon capturing or hydrogen energy or anything like that, we would also count that as CPD hours. Volunteering as well, and further education. A master's is something that a lot of people do, and that's also counted as CPD. And indeed, that's a lot of CPD hours. So we keep the definition very broad in order to make it as diverse as possible, such that we need to have as diverse amount of ways for people to get CPD as possible, since there's so many ways to learn and develop professionally. I'm just going to share a quick link into the chat here. It's just a little brochure. Pierre and I will disseminate these afterwards, but this brochure is a little infographic that just counts. It's kind of an overview of what counts as CPD, so you can look at that in your own time. I'm going to just share my screen now and just take you to our website, where you can just see a little bit about what the CPD activities are and how to log them. So what kind of CPD activities do we have? If you go onto the website, once you're logged in, this banner here has a whole bunch of options here. Indeed, we're a little short on time, so I'll be flying through a lot of this stuff. But if you ever get lost and you're curious about CPD information, you can head over to our website, click this button here, and you'll get a whole load of options as to, different questions can be answered here. There's an FAQ, what counts as CPD, we have our calendar here and such. But here's some of our trainings and offerings that we at Engineers Ireland offer. Some of these are actually to external registered training providers, for example, who are exactly as they sound like, where they're accredited, registered training providers who offer courses that we think are really good and sound and really benefit our members. We do in-company CPD training for if a company comes to us and says, hi, we've got 10 members of staff, they'd like to be trained in, geometric road design, then we can organize the trainer to come out and deliver that in person. We have courses in project management, Autodesk and BIM training. I don't need you to go through these all with you, but there's a lot of courses online, specialist programs as well. We also have a fundamental suite, which is all about sort of getting if you're interested in sort of pivoting your engineering career slightly, moving in a different direction, you could take a course in, hydrogen storage or something like that. We're particularly focused right now at Engineers Ireland on finding ways that we can make sure that we're offering training courses in things that are environmentally focused, since that's where a lot of the engineering work in this country is going. So do have a look at those. We're trying to keep ourselves as agile as possible, and reflecting the trends in Ireland at the moment, and indeed globally, especially in terms of engineering concerns. So have a look at those. We also have lots of other options. For example, the Essential Skills series. These are a member benefit. This is one of the benefits that Pierre mentioned in terms of benefits. These are 1-hour webinars once a month. They tend to be focused on soft skills, but recently, last month, I had organized one on the sustainability challenge, which was all about how organizations can think sustainably. So we just sort of, we're looking at different ideas there, but managing conflicts in the workplace, that was an extremely popular one. We sometimes have a few hundred people join these, but they're an hour long with a Q&A, and they're a really good way of just getting a little extra CPD. So you can find out information about our CPD courses on the website here, activities and such. But to log your CPD, we tried to make it as simple as possible. I'm just going to just head over here quickly, but essentially all you need to do is head into your dashboard, just like I did there, click My CPD, and then you come to this little this little window here. You can see my CPD hours. I've still got 15 remaining for the year, so I'm doing okay. It'll differ depending on your stage in your career. You include the activity, the start date, the hours spent, the CPD type. This should be fairly straightforward. We've tried to simplify it as much so this is a painless experience for our members, the organization, and then we come to this part, the competencies. Now this part is a part that tends to trip people up just ever so slightly, but we'll be sharing a document again via email, which will just explain the competencies. They are what they say they are essentially, but sometimes, especially when it comes to professional titles, we have requirements that people have done certain hours and certain different competencies. So just look out for those. And then a verification. This can be a diploma, this can be a certificate from us saying, Pierre completed 6 hours of CPD or anything like that. Or if you like, there'll be a link to a third-party page. And that's it. If however you work for an employer that does accredited CPD courses, you can also make a declaration, and that's just done via here. And that can be anything from an Excel sheet with all the hours you've done over the last year, and you upload them, and Bob's your uncle, your CPD hours are logged. So that's that. I think that's. I'm very conscious of time, so I might move over to the CPD cert. Pierre, do you want to just, if you don't mind, just unmuting and just check me and make sure I haven't missed anything critical there, but I think I've covered the basics. I know we're going really quickly here, everyone, so I apologize for that, but I want to make sure we cover the graduate cert as well. Do you have anything to add there, Pierre?
No, you absolutely covered all, and even I learned a bit more myself in terms of logging your CPD and the importance of making sure it kind of fits under the right categories for when it comes to application for a professional title in the future. And obviously, if some of you are looking at that, we have another video specifically from another colleague, Andrew, who works on professional titles, and in terms of what kind of hours and the area of competencies that you have to work towards on that. But no, I think you covered things pretty well. But again, the information is there on the website, and we're always on call and available if you do have any queries. But this webinar is just to give you a brief overview on it. So thank you, Alex.
Okay, great. I can just see a question that's just popped in there. So I tell you what, I think there's some, we'll move over to I'll do a quick presentation, a very, very quick overview of the graduate certificate, and then we'll go over to questions at the end. I know we're going quickly, everyone. So if you have any questions about what I've just shown you, then do pop them in the chat and we'll get to them in the end. So without further ado, here. So this is the CPD certificate in professional engineering. This NQF level 9, this and accredited by TUD. This certificate is something that's it's come about as in response to engineering firms and employers in Ireland. We noticed that we did a survey with some of the major employers, the HR personnel there, and we asked them, their opinion of graduates coming into the workplace. Were there any skill sets that were lacking? What were their strengths? What kind of areas would they like to be improved on? And as the representative body, we were quite keen to see if we could fill any gaps there. And as it says here, the strongest point to note was that whilst the technical knowledge and the technical training in Ireland was very, very strong, which is great. There was a need for soft skills and skills of that nature to be bolstered. So this is anything from communications to time management, to organization, to working with others, to conflict management, anything like that. The kind of things that we all encounter in the workplace, regardless of our professions. There was the HR professionals have noticed that there was a gap there that could be filled. So we developed this program, and we've been running it for about 10 years. My colleague Marina, who would be here today, she's on annual leave. She's really pushed this in the last couple of years, and it's become extremely strong and very well. Very strong feedback we've had from the companies in the last couple of years since she's sort of renovated it, as to how the people who are taking on this program have improved in their soft skills, and really the benefit that they're seeing in the workplace. So I'm just going to do a very, very quick flying overview of this. One of the major objectives here was to make it so that the graduates entering the engineering workplace were T-shaped, so they have that deep breadth of technical knowledge, which was absolutely solid. That was already in place, but we wanted to, add the dash at the top, which is the broad know-how, multidisciplinary skills, boundary crossing, like the soft skills that could really round out and make someone into a fully rounded professional that can work in the workplace and deal with, if you want to progress into management and leadership roles, this kind of course really helps prepare someone for that. All the skills that you might not get from your standard graduate program, which might not even be specific to the engineering world, this course is designed to fix that. There's 6 modules. This course takes place over 6 months. It's 58 hours of self-directed learning with 42 contact hours with the trainers. 6 modules over 6 months. So you'll have the standardized, online sessions with each trainer, and then you'll have assignments and then feedback, and then you'll move on to the next one. We've tried to make it so that it can be fit around your own work at the same time, whilst also, there's a pace that needs to be hit for the diploma to really have, for the certificate to really have its benefit. Here are the 6 modules. As you can see, essential skills of a future professional. That's very focused on the soft skills. Managing conflict in the workplace, for example, as I mentioned, that will come up there. Time management and organizational skills, communication and presentation skills. Introduction to project management. That's of course a huge one. That's an area that we get a lot of interest from the engineering community and graduates and such. Skills that you don't necessarily get at the university and college. Innovations in Excel. I personally have done that one, and it's surprising how much I didn't know about Excel, despite having felt like I'd lived and breathed it for most of my career. And technical report writing, again, that's another huge one. We get a lot of people signing up for that when we run those as standalone courses. We do run it as both an open and in-company program. I'm in charge of the open program, so we'll be running 4 of these starting in October, and then we have in company. So in total, there are 13 of these. If you work for a company and they want to send, let's say 10 to 15 engineers on this, then we'll organize for a course to run with your company. So as I said, we have 9 in company programs of 200 delegates across, including the 4 open ones. The open ones are really just for anyone who wants to join and chime in. They normally start at the end of the year and they run until about March, springtime, depending on the trainer's flexibility. The in-company start at different times. We've just announced the dates for the 4 open programs. Those are available on the website. Pierre and I didn't discuss this, but I'll send some links to those in our follow-up email with the resources we'll be sending out afterwards, so you guys can have a look at that, click on and see if you can make this work with your schedules, or indeed if your employer is interested. Here's some contact details for myself. Again, Pierre and I will follow up after this email with our contact points. The course is also subsidized by SkillNet. So if you work for a private organization, SkillNet offer a 20% discount. So that's just something to note. It just sometimes, if your employer is thinking about it, but obviously the cost is a consideration, then that can sometimes help. And just to continue to show off the program, here are some of the companies that have worked with us in just the last year. So it's very popular. Marina, I wish she was here to talk about it, because she knows it like the back of her hand. She's really strengthened this and turned it into a really, really flagship project for us. So any questions you have, I'm going to stop sharing now. Pierre and I can hop back on together. I think we're doing okay for time. If you have any questions, now's a good time for us to address them. Yeah. Thanks for listening in the meantime, everyone, and thanks for joining. We're always happy to talk about, what Pierre and I do here, and any member benefits that we can provide from Engineers Ireland. So, Pierre, yeah. I'll hand over to you just for a moment.
Yeah, no, thank you so much again, Alex, for coming on board to give again that overview of CPD and the professional certificate course, which again I think is something that definitely encourage you to look into. And yeah, there's obviously the discount from SkillNet, but again, maybe some of you may talk to your employer who may not have like a graduate program or certain kind of covering certain elements that could be covered in the certificate. So definitely check it out and maybe show it to them, or even for yourself, you may look into. So again, thanks for that overview, Alex.
Your Engineers Ireland membership delivers on
continuing professional development.
Our CPD policy helps to ensure that the standard and competence of our members is regarded as world-class. Our suite of courses focus on subject areas communicated by our members through our regular training needs survey, and of course are discounted for members. This includes new specialist training courses, as well as consistently in-demand courses like project management. Our Courses by Theme page shares the variety of topics available. we continue to expand our suite of self-paced e-learning courses that can be taken at any time at your own pace. While the Engineering Fundamentals suite gives a firm grounding in specialist areas outside of your core competencies, the Diploma in Engineering Leadership and Management helps engineers develop their abilities as a professional.
I found this diploma programme to be extremely helpful. It gave me new skills as well as honing those that I developed over the years. The lectures involved were very clear and willing to address any questions. The online delivery of the programme was excellent. It was a seamless delivery of a quite complex programme. I would recommend the CPD diploma to all those interested in gaining a better understanding of varied aspects of engineering management.
The Fast Track series covers the challenges of projects and processes, while the Certificate in Professional Engineering helps graduates with the standards expected in engineering-led teams.
The structure of the modules encouraged interaction and learning and provided a lot of space for critical thinking. Meeting fellow graduates and networking was also a great part of the program. The modules helped me shape the skills required for my job. I was able to set goals and targets while improving my skills with the tools and techniques taught. I've had a great experience on the program.
Our specialist courses focus on subject areas communicated by our members. Our members share.
Having had the opportunity to compare Engineers Ireland's offering to that of similar organisations, I am thoroughly impressed with the variety and quality of CPD training and community events and the inclusiveness of administration.
Our CPD calendar is always filled with relevant courses that can be tailored to your personal requirements. Graham Cullen shares.
I found the learning contracts to be hugely beneficial in integrating what I learned in the classroom into my engineering career, which helped me to produce much more efficient work systems that produce higher quality products for my company.
Also, you can record all your CPD activities on your My CPD dashboard. And download an annual certificate to demonstrate your career development.
Your Engineers Ireland membership delivers for you. Be an active member in our community. Engage today.